Howlin Wolf. For me, it's synonymous with blues, alongside people like John Lee Hooker, Sonny Boy Williamson, the second, I'm not as familiar with the first, and also the great B.B. King, and of course the fabulous Muddy Waters. In my view, synonymous with the blues. I'm talking about Wolf today. I've got another couple of videos on Wolf. I'll put those in the description box below, and a little bit of tutorial perhaps on playing at least one of them, but you'll get the idea. Now, Wolf is a great guy to study, because it's not about technicalities with Wolf, but it's about his delivery and about his belief, and that's what blues is all about. Okay, this tune today, Smokestack Lightning, other people have covered it in terms of how to play it. This is how I'm going to go about it, and of course everybody does this thing differently. Now, Wolf's riff, alright, the basics of it: 2 draw, 2 draw, 2 draw all the way down, 1 draw, 3 draw half step bend, 2 draw, 4 blow, 3 draw half step bend, 2 draw. And if you play this, the nuances and little extra little things will arrive in your breathing, okay? Those things can be coached and all the rest of it. That's the kind of the basics. Now, the interesting thing about that particular lick is that you'll notice when I play it that we can displace it in different areas along the groove. Alright? The basic riff I'm playing at the start is the guitar lick, and the way I play it, okay, everybody's different, is so 2 draw, we're on to that bent 3 half step, a little bit of a scoop, 4 scoop, 5 draw, 4 draw, 5 draw, 4 draw with a little scoop, 4 blow, 3 draw half step bend, and 2 draw. Okay, and I'm following, then I'm doing little variants of that. People will play that slightly different on that particular riff. That's entirely up to you and your listening capacity of how you want to interpret it. Okay, because in this game nothing is set in stone, and as 35-40 years as a jazz player, I can assure you, whether you're working on complex harmonies, when I was a saxophonist, whatever, there's no set rules, and no matter how many rules there are, they can all be broken, of course. Okay, so that's my way of doing the front bit. Now, going back to Wolf, about his original lick, is a fantastic thing that we can displace it in lots of different areas. Then you can farm out your little ways of trying to develop it and use little areas of it for improvisation. But it's all about this drone, this droning groove, and it's a little bit like, well, in my country anyway, way back when we had textile mills, one of the great sources of manufacturing when we were a different place than we are now. And if you'd ever been in these factories and in these mills, as we call them, you will have heard the looms. We have all the timings: 3/4, 2/4, 4/4, 12/8 feel, 12/8 shuffle feel. They all seem to be there in these looms as they're moving about. Okay, so and you sort of get this idea of everything moving together in forms of a droning effect, and of course it's the droning effect that becomes appealing and like a magnet to draw people in. One of the exciting things about Delta blues, when we haven't got very much of a chord change going on, Johnny Lee Hooker, for example, was a master of this kind of thing, along with Muddy Waters and the rest. But those two guys, particularly for me, were excellent in this particular field. Okay, so I'll blow out at the end on Smokestack Lightning and just see how I'm displacing it. Of course, it's because it's not where he's displacing it, of course, it's where you feel that it should be displaced. You're just looking at them for ideas. Okay, if you're new to the channel or you're interested in Skype or face-to-face lessons, if you're in my part of the world, follow me on to Harpo the Healer Wix site, or follow the About here, and you'll find links to me and how to contact me direct. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video, and guess what? I'll catch you on the rebound.